What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Hey, you already know I put together a good video for entertainment purposes only, so stay tuned to the end. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell, and leave a comment. But let me go ahead and just run it.
10, 9, 8, 7, 5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
Stop, you're not gonna wanna miss this. Did y'all hear about them aliens contacting this woman through her radio?
Who are you?
Listen to this crazy ass video. Through the radio.
I'm not understanding. Could you say that again? Who are you? Hello?
I see that's the radio station, right? That's the radio station. Me personally, I'm not finna sit up here and have a conversation with an alien through the radio. And it's starting to seem like every day now that we're seeing more and more UFO shit or alien things. Now, is it me or are they coming out of hiding? And this is not the first time that this has happened. There has been other videos of aliens or extraterrestrials communicating through people through their radio system. What are they trying to warn us about, or what are they trying to say? Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about this alien communicating with this woman through her radio system. In the comments, like and follow for more wisdom, and stay tuned. Hit me on YouTube if y'all want that exclusive content.
All right, guys, just listen up here. This guy says the Old Testament, written in Hebrew, taught him how to summon UFOs. All right, he says he can also do this on command, and he adds he's been doing it for 25 years, keeping all of it secret until now.
These beings are here. They are here. They're just sitting right up there.
We met up with Prophet Yahweh, seer of Yahweh, at Doolittle Park off Lake Mead. We picked the day, we picked the time, and we picked the location. Everyone's going to think you're absolutely nuts.
Well, I thought I was absolutely nuts.
Until he says he saw UFOs. Over the years, 1,500 of them.
Can we make it 1,501 today? What do you think?
I'll try it.
He says the voice in his head told him to go public now, so we took him up on his offer, and we scanned the skies. Nothing but a few clouds. When the prophet started praying for a sighting, I wasn't exactly convinced.
I pray, oh Yahweh, that you send a sighting so that they know that I am not mentally ill. I am not a false prophet, like those who seek to kill me say I am.
I think something straight up.
Oh, brother, look at it. There it is.
You can barely see it, a white speck. Then another sighting.
There it is. I got it.
Photojournalist Jonathan Hawkins locks in on it. Let's take a closer look here. It's an orange sphere that appeared out of nowhere. I call the boss with an unexpected change in my story.
I can see it clear as day. In fact, it's bright. It's moving pretty fast.
It's going to Nellis Air Force Base. It wants to be seen.
We called Nellis to see what these things might be. Guess what? They didn't call us back. But this thing started coming back toward us.
She's coming toward us now, I think.
What?
She is coming up toward us.
Whoa, man! Oh, hallelujah!
Then, a few seconds later, it disappeared.
It's going back up in space.
Prophet Yahweh isn't concerned. He says it'll be back. And I'm still not quite sure what those things were. Now, if I didn't see this for myself, I probably would have just laughed this whole thing off. Prophet Yahweh says, though, this is just the beginning. He says we're going to see a lot more of these things starting next week. And he says one will come down low enough for all of Las Vegas to see. Mike Delastrito, Channel 13 Action News.
Look like something off of Star Wars. radio signal was pretty freaky. It might have been a walkie-talkie signal coming through. Dude summoned a UFO. Leave a comment, let me know what y'all think.
We are going into the golden age. The world is not ending, it's changing for the better. This is the reason why you are seeing so many storms take place on this planet. They are not just storms, it's like a natural detox. In order for the new world to build up, the old world had to collapse. Same reason why all these billionaires are building underground bunkers. They are trying to run and hide from their karma. But when you run and hide from your karma, all it does is chase you even faster. We are not just dealing with pole shifts, we are dealing with the end of a certain age. The age of Kali Yuga is now over with. Kali Yuga means the age of darkness. So all this time we was on this planet, we was living in darkness. That's why we couldn't see. But if you pay attention, you are noticing everyone is speaking the truth right now. Now that we are out of the age of darkness, we are in the golden age, or the age of the sun, meaning we're about to get all of our abundance back to us. This is the same reason why people are seeing these aliens all through Miami. It's not just Miami, it's everywhere, because what was hidden for so long is now coming to the light. It was a time where we needed our third eye to see what was really going on. But the earth frequencies are so high right now, everyone is about to see what's going on. Even if you close your eyes, you will still see what's going on. This will be a force download with all of us. For 300,000 years, we was mental slaves in this false matrix. Now everything's about to come to light. This obey system, stay sleep, bot is over with. You can call them aliens, demons, fallen angels, whatever. They use a certain technology that made us sleep. We call it a prison, but it's really a prism. Our light has been trapped in a certain frequency for a long time. It's not just chosen people waking up. Everyone will wake up, from the insects to the animals. The age of darkness is over with. The free will they took from us is coming back to us. The quarantine is now done with. The quarantine was really the dome that was put over this planet. This dome over this planet kept us from seeing into the light, or the real universe. Remember, we live in a duality world. If the sun is light, that means the moon is darkness. The moon was the age of darkness. The moon is losing its power over us. They use this prism to actually capture our chakras or our soul. Same reason why they built these pyramids, to capture and trap our soul. We had to go through these ages of darkness to understand what the age of light was really about. We are all about to wake up. All of us. So don't be surprised if you start seeing more of these aliens everywhere. It's supposed to happen this way. My ebook link is in the bio if you want to know more.
If you truly want to ascend spiritually, you cannot just be of love and light. And what I mean by that is you need to understand the darkness. There is always darkness when there is light, vice versa. We are now in the year 2024, which is an 8, right? The year of infinity. It's also the year of duality, in a way. Because to experience a fractal of infinity, you need to experience some sort of duality. And this is a great chance for all of us to learn how to spiritually ascend. Now, I don't know why darkness is so demonized in modern day culture, especially new age culture. It's like anything that's dark, oh my gosh, like it's bad. Also in religion, they teach you darkness is bad. But darkness is actually a creator. Yes, it is. The female womb, the womb energy is darkness. When you are a fetus, an embryo in your mother's womb, there's absolute darkness. The universe is like a womb. It births stars, planets, organisms. When you're harnessing and using dark energy, you're using womb energy, you're using feminine energy. It's chaos. You can never truly understand light without darkness, or chaos without order. So if you are truly serious about your spiritual path, do not be afraid of the darkness. It is a necessary step for you to understand the whole scope of things. And this year specifically, with the numerology of 8, is a perfect year for you to spiritually ascend using these techniques and these teachings. Darkness can be your friend. You can alchemize both light and dark to your advantage. Light means order, it means structure, it means something you can see and perceive. Darkness means chaos. It means you cannot perceive it, but you can, however, use it to your advantage by manifesting what you want. What does a womb do? It creates, but you never fully know what that womb can create. If you still have no idea what I'm talking about when I'm saying light and darkness, my book, Made in God's Image, explains this to you to the T. There is no reason for anybody to be afraid of the darkness. You can find the link to my book in my bio.
Without no darkness, there wouldn't be no light. And without no good, wouldn't be no bad.
Creation of this reality begins at the young age. So all the textbooks and all the history books are then written and so that we all collectively believe this particular thing. So then when we all believe it, we all manifest a reality that's based on these books.
Yes.
That's very sneaky and a very clever way to do it, because how do we know the textbooks are legit? They're not. The wars are written by the winners.
Why is nuclear fusion taking so long? Fusion has been just 20 years away for like 75 years, along with a bunch of other things that didn't happen. Unlike fission, which is what we currently use, fusion wouldn't have any long-term nuclear waste or meltdowns, and it produces 4 times the amount of energy that fission can, which is 4 million times that of oil and coal. Fusion is the power of the sun. It has enough pressure and temperature to basically manhandle 2 positively charged particles, which should be repelled by each other, to fuse. Oddly enough, we've been able to do it since the 1950s. The problem is sustaining and controlling this. The temperatures needed to make the plasma, which is like the fuel, need to be over 100 million degrees. And since we definitely don't have any tools that can touch that, magnets can be used to keep the plasma away from the walls. But plasma fluctuates, and like miniature solar flares, they could jump out and burn a hole through it. Even if we manage all that, the container itself is still going to take some damage, because to be realistic, this won't solve our short-term problems, but in the long run, it will be one of the best options.
That sound good and all, but what happens when we can't stop it from fusing together? It sounds like a giant collapse scenario to me.
Alright, you guys, something is going up with California, cause NOTAM posted this. And NOTAM is a branch of the Federal Aviation that is concerned with flight operations. It says, attention, all aircraft operating in the vicinity of Kwajalein Atoll. And Kwajalein Atoll is a U.S. military base in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Look at this. This is literally an oasis. This is a paradise. And they turned it to a military base. Wonder why? Let's continue. It says, for your safety, overflight of the island north of the RWI is prohibited. This is considered a hazardous area with the potential for loss of life. All arrivals, departures may stop traffic only to avoid extreme radiation hazards. Contact base operations on the number right here within 50 NM and Kwajalein AF contact base. So what is going on? It says departure to deconflict with radiation hazard. Oh snap, and you see the dates over here from December 28 till January 31st, 2024. Overflying prohibited. What is now? Remember the water rising last month in California, right? The villages were destroyed. And then you got that flooding that was near the what's it called? The beach. It's crazy. And look at this. Look, flood threatening increases across California with over 20 million under flood alerts. Y'all see that? California hammered with rain and flooding ahead. What is going on in California? I had no idea all of this was going on in California, y'all. And you know what the crazy thing is? The San Andreas 2 movie just came out. Oh shit, y'all see that? Earthquake.
Shaking is not over. We'll get hit again. And it's going to be a bigger monster. Now, the end is near. So I face
Hear the music.
my friend. I'll say it clear. I'll stick my lips. I'm certain I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled. Oh my God. I did it.
So you see that, y'all? Just in time for the San Andreas 2 trailer to drop. What is going on in Kwajalein Atoll? The levels of radiations are rising. Remember what happened in Japan, y'all? The radiation in the ocean is getting too intense. And then the ring of fire too. That being said, people in California, what are you guys going through right now? Because I haven't checked up on y'all. What is going on? Let us know down in the comments below, y'all. Again, y'all, the planet is going through a spiritual cleanse. We are going through a spiritual war. All that you see is an act of God taking place right now, okay? These movies are telling us what is going on. We are literally in a game, in a simulation, and it needs to be cleansed. It needs to be cleaned up. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during this interesting times. So let me know what you guys think about this video down in the comments below. Thank y'all for tuning to my frequency. You already know what to do, y'all. We in this shit.
These are some morbid facts about Mac Miller. Mac Miller grew up in a wealthy family and learned to smoke cigarettes by the age of 8 and cannabis at age 10. By the time he reached high school, neither weed nor alcohol was enough for him anymore, opening the gateway to a cocktail of drugs including cocaine, meth, and lean. The rapper was always very open about his struggles with addiction, but also stated that he would never stop doing drugs completely because he hated being sober. Mac was madly in love with Ariana Grande and dated her for 2 years before they called it quits. It was revealed that Ariana broke up with him due to his severe addictions and unwillingness to go to rehab. The breakup broke Mac even more, resulting in further substance abuse. After his release of Swimming in August of 2018, Mac said he was feeling his best in years and finally had control of his addictions. But just 1 month later, Mac passed away from an accidental overdose due to a mixture of alcohol, cocaine, and fentanyl. 2 days before his death, Miller reportedly asked his dealer for Percocets, but instead he sold him counterfeit oxys that were laced with fentanyl. The dealer and supplier were both sentenced to 10+ years in prison for their roles in the 26-year-old's death.
A guy in Nebraska started bulldozing cars in a shopping center parking lot, including squad cars. Look at this guy. He got into one of those mini bobcats that has a plow on it and just went crazy. He went crazy. I got more video of that in a second. According to witnesses, this guy got into that bobcat and started just going crazy in the parking lot. Yeah, he just started crashing into everything. The squad cars were just the last part of his master plan. According to a man named Jeff McRichards, who recorded most of it, the snowplow man also destroyed the front doors of a liquor store, destroyed cars at a Taco Bell, and took out an ATM. And here he goes, taking out a squad car. I'm telling you, I don't know what's going on, but people are significantly angrier. I don't know if this guy had a bad day, a bad week, a bad month, a bad life, but you don't have to get into like one of these bobcats and start destroying people. What the hell is he thinking? I'll tell you what he's thinking. His new place to live is jail, because he's definitely going to prison. What the heck is going on? It's just my opinion, but it seems like some people out there are just getting angrier and angrier by the day. Shabadoo booskies! Shabadoo!
I don't know what dude was going through to hop in a bobcat and do that, but whatever it was, I don't want it.
Tom DeLonge from Blink-182 is a UFO and expert on aliens. He talks about a pyramid in Alaska. Check this out.
You know that there's a pyramid in Alaska? There's a pyramid and it's underground, and they've been studying it for decades. It's not that far from Valdez, I believe. I would have to check on where it's at, but apparently, yeah. And I know a very important person that from the Pentagon that met with one of the lead defense contractors that were studying it, and they told him, they said, we think we finally know what it's doing. It's all turned on. We think it's suppressing consciousness. That's what he said. The legend is that there was an earthquake of sorts, and all the seismographs picked up the waves that come, all the way through everything, and they saw this whole anomaly, like as those shock waves went through the land, there was some kind of structure or something that perturbed, on the receiving end of these waves, and so they dug some tunnels, elevator shafts, made a little strip there to land, and they've been underground studying it forever. That's how the legend is. The news did a little piece.
So Tom DeLonge has researched tons of things. This is very interesting topics. Thank you.
A pyramid suppressing consciousness? That's pretty deep. And people out here wondering why they feel mediocre. Now we see why. But something that deep, who wouldn't want to hide that from everybody?
The most relieving thing that I learned in 2021 was that germs don't cause illness. Germs aren't jumping all over. When you remove the fear of germs are gonna get you, life is so different. It's so different. It's just a different world. Totally different world. And it's so relieving to know that if you walk into a room and your friend is not feeling well and they start coughing or whatever it may be, they're not going to make you ill. You make yourself ill by consuming toxins or having toxins in your terrain. That's it. But it's easy to say, oh, that person got me. That person got me. They got me today. No, you got yourself. You need to own up to what you're doing to your body. And it starts with owning up to saying, I'm putting poisons in my body. That's why I'm becoming sick. I am poisoning this beautiful crystal that I am. That's it. Not that person. That person isn't causing anything. It's just what we've been told. It's just crazy. And the Lancaster study debunked all that when they did a quarantine setting. And they put all these people together and they made them cough all over each other. And they made them spit all over each other. And nobody became ill. Why? Because contagion is a myth.
This scientist said they had discovered the Garden of Eden and that they couldn't believe their eyes when they saw what was in there. Check this out.
Dude, this is awesome, guys. I've never seen it this clear. Yeah, it's super blurry. Dude, look how deep that is. It's like 20 feet deep, but it looks so shallow. The powerful. That's wild. That's crazy. So powerful. Look how crystally it is. Oh, you're right. Oh no. It's moving. Oh my gosh. Wow, dude. Look at the crystals on it. I don't know what type of crystal it is.
Go to the link in bio for the full video.
So let's ask ourselves this question. Is David Grush just lying about what he's saying? Well, to hear this guy talk, he's just a liar. He's just making it up, and his claims, there's no way it could be true because this guy says so.
Per David Grush's testimony, is like he was claiming that these are physical beings from another planetary system bringing high technology. We already know that it's not possible to send a large spacecraft across interstellar space. One reason we know that is astronomers are actually seriously considering sending spaceships to the nearest planet outside of our solar system. Well, they quickly figured out there's stuff between here and the nearest star. There's particles, there's protons, there's electrons, there's helium nuclei, there's dust. The biggest spaceship that has any hope of getting there is 10 centimeters across. Anything bigger than that will be destroyed because the bigger the cross section, the more damage you get. And the faster you go, the more damage you experience. And so right away we know this claim by David Grush that they have actual physical craft and hangars can't possibly be true.
Well, I'm so glad he confirmed that for us. I'm so glad that he doesn't realize that they travel throughout time, space, and that they're not going to make physical contact with meteorites. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Yeah, they're not. Hey, we'll be there in about 3 hours. We're coming from Mars. Hey, let us know if there's any meteors on the way. Yeah, he doesn't get it. It's amazing to me, people that claim to be so smart, have so much knowledge about science, they don't realize these things don't follow our physics. They don't care about our physics. They don't care that you're planning on sending people to a planetary. People are not extraterrestrials. You can't explain their technology. It's millions of years advanced, so far above us. So to hear that, it's like a caveman trying to tell us, oh, David Grush is lying about there's no way possible that way. Yeah, they're not following our physics. Sorry, guy.
Yo, do y'all remember Mystique from X-Men? The Blue John? I want y'all to ask yourself one question. Where did they get the idea of this character from? What y'all thinking? Look at the eyes. Just look at this. Now y'all know how they be telling us in the movies, bro. Look how they can shapeshift right in front of your eyes.
I called it. Whoa! I'm proud.
A lot of y'all just gonna say it's just a movie, right? Blah, blah, blah. It's X-Men, right? But what about this? Whole different movie.
Impulses. Every cell knows and talks to every other cell. They exchange 1,000 bits of information between them per second. Cells group together, forming a giant web of communication, which in turn forms matter. Cells get together, take on one form, deform, reform. Makes no difference.
This is how the elites be. Talking to their wives back at home. Yeah, tell me about it.
Perfection.
So as you seen in that last clip, that movie was from Saw, and it was obviously explaining how the hell they be shapeshifting. You feel me? It's time for y'all to wake up!
Ooh. Alright. Woo. This is light work. Come on. Spill the tea. Yeah. Ooh. Alright. Woo. This is light work. Come on. Spill the tea. Yeah. Ooh. Alright. Woo. This is light work. Come on. Spill the tea. Yeah. Ooh. Alright. Woo. This is light work. Come on.
Get into RH negative, you get into disrupting electrical devices due to the blood. Think about that. Blood types which disrupt electrical devices. Copper in the blood disrupts electrical devices. Then you get into different traits of RH negative, and all these different traits of RH negative. There's some really cool forums you guys can look up, RH negative forums, and all the different traits of RH negative. It's very fascinating when you get into all of this. All these different things about blood type. And once again, it goes down to what we should be eating based on our blood type, based on our eye color, and if you want to take it one step further, to our astrological sign. Certain foods and certain alignments and certain things should be going into the body. I'm A+ and my computer's shut down around me. That's amazing. And that's what I'm talking about. There's so much to your blood that we just don't pay attention to. If you could walk into the room and disrupt electrical devices with your blood, you are like a Super Saiyan if you think about it. I mean, it's just remarkable what we can do. And once again, we're not taught anything about this. I'm A negative and technology hates me. That's why they say when you wear a watch, all of a sudden the watch turns off. That's your blood disrupting those watches. Which is funny that you say that.
The germs are very interested in blood group B, and they use this in a programmable generator life forms so they could then take grey souls.
Right, and superimpose that into the body. Okay, I think that the Germans are not only interested in blood group B. I think they're also extremely interested in any of the rhesus negative blood, particularly O negative and actually AB negative. AB negative is the rarest of all of the rhesus negative blood groups. But going back to B, B positive or B negative blood group works like a hive blood group, works like a hive mind blood group. Not to say that anybody who has B blood is not an individual themselves, it's just on a collective level. They are working for a single agenda without knowing it. So if you could amass a huge amount of people with blood group B, then you could have a sort of an army working for you, and each individual would be unknown that they are actually part of the collective. Okay, the upside to having O negative blood or rhesus negative blood is that it has and absorbs a much higher amount of oxygen into it. So the body allows far more oxygen into the blood. So, for example, if you were a runner, or if you were a fighter, or if you did anything physical, your endurance would be longer and you would be more explosive. The downside to having rhesus negative blood is that they run out of steam very quickly. They have to stop and they have to regroup and then go again. The O positive blood has a much longer endurance. It's not explosive. So if you had an army of rhesus negative an army of rhesus negative, then they would be excellent in a very short term. They could destroy something that's necessary very quickly. It's just that only lasts for a very short period of time. They're very explosive, but then they burn out quickly.
So you'd use them hit hard,
and then pull out, and then use your endurance. Yeah. But they do hit harder than any other of the blood streams, and they do. And then there's the nature of the blue blood, because the oxygen into the blood, then it's a higher copper content. Thus, when oxygen hits the blood, it turns a slightly bluish color.
So is that related to the Greys or reptilians or two families?
Most all of the reptilian beings, the Alpha Draconis, and I mean, if there's 6 or 7 types of reptilians that are on this planet. Some snakes, some velociraptor looking, some actually look like dinosaurs, but generally they have, the shape-shifting ones all have rhesus negative blood.
What blood type are you? Anybody got more information about the Germans and these different blood types and stuff like that? I don't know. Leave a comment below.
United Nations proposes digital ID system tied to bank accounts and mobile payment platforms. Universal digital ID system that would directly connect to people's bank accounts and payment apps. A comprehensive new policy agenda from the UN Secretary General details an identification network designed to digitize and streamline the process of verifying people's identities on a global scale. Digital IDs linked with a bank or mobile money accounts can improve the delivery of social protection coverage and serve a better reach. They may help to reduce leakage, errors, and cost in the design of social protection programs. The proposal follows a move by the World Economic Forum to explore systems that could track and verify human identities using biometrics. And you got the little Global Digital Compact. The GDC is expected to outline shared principles for an open, free, and secure digital future for all. The Common Agenda report suggests issues that it might cover, including digital connectivity. So basically, expected to outline shared principles for an open, free. The Common Agenda report suggests all that's going to be in place with these new smart cities, these 15-minute cities. Basically, you can get anywhere in the city in 15 minutes. I'm going to cover that in a second.
Hey, thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it, man. Go ahead and sub up. Make sure that notification bell is on so you know when I'm coming on. But until next time,